Hey everyone, welcome to another speed build. For this build, it I want to call it my nectar making house. But I really am struggling to come up with a little bit better of a name, so I think that's what's gonna stick. I decided to build this because I wanted just a cute, simple little house that you could start a nectar making business in and then maybe move it to an official nectar making business. If you missed that video where I built a nectar making business, you can check out the link above, or I'll have a link down in the description. So with this build, I like my rooms to be decent size, so it's a small lot. However, the house itself is not very big by my standards. I'm trying to do some smaller builds, and you'll see that coming up probably next week or the week after. I've got some cute little fall themed builds that I've been working on. So with this house, I kind of wanted to do a modern ranch house, farmhouse look. And I think it works out pretty well. I absolutely adore the black wood siding on this. I think it just makes it stand out and is, a little different than what you might see in other builds right now. I also really wanted to do something that kind of had a recessed entryway, and I think it turned out pretty good too. I really like the front of this house. I also love adding these little dormers. For me, it just creates some interest. In my mind, there's like an attic room up there. I did not put like an actual like way to get up to that. So if you would like to, it is possible. With the way the roof is, you could add a little bit of a room up there. So the other thing I wanted to do was have a little nectar making area on the back. And I thought about putting it on the front and there's then just running the business out of this house. I'm actually using this one in a um, game I'm doing, and it's a lot of fun to play in. And my original plan, like I said, was to put it into the front, but then I was like, no, I think I'm going to put it in the back. And then this is where I had the idea for the nectar making business lot. So that's what I'm doing with that. I haven't actually done a whole lot of gameplay with it. I've been on a building spree instead. But but yeah, so I put it in the back, kind of closer to the garden, because this is kind of your at-home training, thing. And then you can make it in both areas and take it to the nectar making business if you want to follow along with my little storyline. If not, and you don't have get to work, not a big deal. You can do everything right here. I did concentrate on this being just horse ranch and base game, and I think I did it. It is uploaded to get to it is uploaded to the gallery. If I can talk today. And I just can't remember what packs it said it had in it. So the other thing I wanted to do with this was just kind of create that nice open feel. It's an open plan for sure. And you may be going, wait a minute, it doesn't look like it's going to fit much in it, but just wait. I think it turns out really cool. I do wish that we could do better vaulted ceilings, however. It's the only hint I'm giving you on what's to come. The other thing I really love about this build is I actually put in like an entryway area that is a little different. And I actually really like how it turned out. Oh, it's a lot of this house's entryway. I guess is how I want to put it. But I think it looks cute. My idea with it was like, if you do start your nectar making business here, you have an office area for the front. So I think that turned out really cool. The other thing I absolutely love is this kitchen dining area that I'm working on right here. It just turned out really cute. I really enjoyed putting everything together in this. And after some playing with those lights, I love the lighting in here. I think it just looks really, kind of cozy, even though it's got some room to it. The other thing that I absolutely love is how, I could get these columns in and create that kind of what I consider more of like an old school look where, they kind of use these columns and really made it, kind of detailed. So I thought that turned out really well. Now you can see I'm kind of playing with a fireplace, and I decided to nix that idea. Um, just wasn't working. It didn't. I needed the living room space because, like I said, for me this is kind of a smaller build, and it wasn't working. So this house does not have a fireplace. However, it has a nectar making area and a nectar cellar, so there's some selling points for you. The other thing I really love with this build is just how each area is defined. So, like, you can see the entryway that I have that, kind of leads over to the office. And then you come into, another area that's kind of a hallway, but it's opened to the rest of the house, which I really like. Now, if you wanted to, you could put something on top of the entry area that would maybe look down if you're thinking of putting an attic area. I think that would fit. It wouldn't be very hard to do if you're somebody who likes to kind of play with these. So there's an idea for you if you want to, improve upon my build. If you guys do that, please let me know in the comments or, tag me on social media. I do have a Instagram account. I am not on Twitter anymore. I was. I've taken myself off Twitter. And I'm working on a couple other accounts, possibly a TikTok, but not there yet. Not there yet. So now I'm moving on, kind of getting, the wallpapers up, got the bathrooms going. And I, for one, with the showers, really like putting a half wall against them, especially for some of them that for some reason to put it in where it actually would, face the direction you want it to. You have that weird, wall there. So I just put a half wall up. All right, and then I have this nursery area that I put in, and I wanted to make this a family home. However, in my game, I am not intending on having children. It's just going to be her. And it's just more for me to play with the nectar making and, start the business thing and just kind of go along that way. And so I actually, in my game, have turned this into a horse barn. So it leads out to the side, and it turned out pretty cool. If that's something you're looking for, I will put it up on the gallery. I haven't done it yet, but it will be up as a room on the gallery, and I will label it, something so you know what it is. It's probably going to be nectar making, horse stall or something weird, and people are going to be like, what the heck is this? but but it'll fit right into that room if you're interested in that. And it's worked out pretty well. There's not a lot of space, as you can tell by the build I have going now for a horse on this lot, but the lot I have it on has a lot of adjacent horse training areas. But as you know, you don't have to put the house on this size lot. So you could always put this on a bigger lot and have some room for your horses. So the next room was the children's room, and I kind of talked through that one. Um, put a couple of bunk beds in and, just some clothing's, wardrobes. Nothing too big there. I wanted to keep the build simple. I try to do that with most of mine. I don't try to clutter them up. I am thinking about doing a couple that are a little more detailed. So don't be surprised if you see some of those in the future. But right now, I want these to be stuff you can play in, not a home where you're going to be, running into problems every 2 seconds. So with my bathrooms, especially my master's, for some reason, I just love to have the toilets separate. Uh, and it depends. Like this house is supposed to be a little more luxurious uh, than, your average like starter home. So the bathroom's a little bit bigger. So when I do that, I tend to make the toilets separate. But if you don't like it, just tear those walls right down. All right, the master bedroom, I went with, kind of a countryish theme, trying to still stick with the horse ranch, you know, feel. So I really think it turned out really well, and I absolutely love these windows. These big tall windows. They're just amazing. Even though as I'm saying this in the video, you're seeing me struggle trying to put curtains on them. But in general, I absolutely love these windows. I do wish we had better curtains to go on them. That's my only wish. So I moved on from the master bedroom into the office area, and I kept this kind of simple as well. There's a few little things just to decorate it. It does focus a lot on the nectar making, so I have, a nice little area. You can try some of the nectar, a couple of the barrels, just some artwork, stuff that just kind of makes it feel cozy. I also added, well, okay, maybe I didn't. I thought I added a computer, but maybe I took it away. Thought better of it. I try not to put computers in my builds just because they can be expensive. So I try to keep the cost down on some of these, but let me know in the comments if that's something you guys worry about or if you do the free real estate and, you know, cheats to get money and you don't care. Because if you don't care, I'll just throw them in. That's not a big deal. The kitchen, I had a lot of fun putting some clutter in. Um, that is probably one of the areas that I really was like, we need to put some clutter in here. And it was mostly just playing around with the new stuff we got to decorate with. And, for me, this is supposed to be a countryish kitchen. It's it's cluttered. It's lived in. At least when I grew up in the country, that's how it was. Uh, Now, when I lived on the ranch, it wasn't. If you didn't hear about that, I talked about that in my last video. I lived on a ranch in Texas for a few months. So it was a lot of fun. And I learned a lot while I was there. I did. So finishing up kind of the nectar making area. And I wanted this to just have that, feel of an at home kind of cluttered area thrown together because all of a sudden they decided that, this garage or spare room was now turned into a business. And conveniently has a basement below it that's exactly the same size. So I added in some decor here too, and I am absolutely loving these barrels, different sizes. It's just they just create a fun decorating environment. Added some more storage there too. So I didn't want to do a whole lot with that area just because it's really just to store nectar. adding in some garden space, and I wanted, a nice outdoor area. I didn't want to put in a whole lot of garden, even though I know you need it for the nectar making. But, my hope is if you want some more, you can throw some more in. But this is what you get. I also wanted to use that new grill. I absolutely love that thing. I don't know why. I just do. It works really well with the theme. All right. Kind of adding the finishing touches here, and then I'll take you on a tour. Now, with the tour, this is only my third time trying to record these, so bear with me on some of the jerkiness of the camera. I'm working on it. I think it's a little bit better than last time. Some of these are pretty quick as I go through them, but I wanted to kind of just give you an idea of what the rooms look like. I really do love how this all turned out, how you can kind of see how it's open, but the ceiling there in the kitchen just creates kind of a cozy feel. And then this is where I wish we could have done, these, cathedral type ceilings where I could have brought that up in the living area. So you could have, had a nice, wonderful ceiling there, but we can't do that. And our nectar making area. I really love how this turned out. I'll watch my sim through those windows as she makes nectar. I'm a little stalker. And then the little storage area and into the bedrooms. I really like this little hallway. I think it's cute. And then the kids' bedroom or the baby's bedroom. And the bathroom. I think that turned out really cute too. And then the other kid's bedroom. I love the little window seat area. And then going into the backyard, you can kind of see what that looks like, and then back to the front. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. You guys have a great day. Bye now.